Again, we've been talking Civil War. Civil War has been a big topic. We've been looking at Candace Owens fighting MAGA, fighting TPUSA, fighting Erica Kirk, going up against Crowder and Ben Shapiro and all that shit. And you have Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes fracturing MAGA with their little blue hat America First, right? So there's those levels of Civil War. But now we're getting the Epstein Civil War, which is some people that are just like, I'm done with Trump. I'm done with the Republicans. They stalled this. They blocked this. But look at what's going on here, where Benny Johnson slams Mike Johnson for stonewalling the release of the Epstein Files. So now we're getting that Trump loyalty line, okay? And this is where it gets interesting, because Mike Johnson has sold his fucking soul to be a Trump lackey. But Trump took a huge loss with the files and with Thune and Schumer doing the unanimous consent, no amendments. This shit passed. Massey beat him. They got rolled. It happened after the shutdown. Everything here. Fuck Trump. But now, you know what happens, guys? Trump will not take responsibility, guys. Part of the cult of personality around Trump is Trump never takes responsibility. So what does that mean? That means the paid Trump lackeys like Benny Johnson, Laura Loomer, Nick Sortor, they're going to have to pick somebody to blame, okay? Because they can't blame Trump. Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't even blame Trump, and he still ousted her. She supported Trump. She blamed Mike Johnson. But now Mike Johnson, I think he realizes, remember how shook he was? I think he realizes he's going to be on the chopping block, bro. You know what I'm saying? He is. Like Trump ain't going to take the blame for this. So now Trump is probably going to fucking sell out Mike Johnson. And the thing about it is John Thune is like too powerful and too ensconced. Like Trump can't really do anything to John Thune. He can't do anything to Chuck Schumer. He's not going to do anything to Adam Schiff. I know they're investigating, but they can't fucking touch those guys. Like the Senate could bowl over Trump. So I think Mike Johnson is about to get, like, he's going to get fucked so hard that his son's phone is going to be getting a noti in the next couple days, bro. Like, his son's phone is going to just be vibrating like all day long because Mike Johnson's getting hosed. But look at it. Look at now Benny Johnson, who, you know, is now the de facto Trump lackey. Benny goes to Washington. He puts a suit on. He's interviewing people. But look at Benny here selling out Mike Johnson. You ready? This is a fucking thing of beauty. Dude, Johnson on Johnson crime, dude. Dude, look at him. Look at him. He looks like a fucking gremlin, dude. The Covenant eyes, dude. This is what happens when you fucking make love to a Bible. All right. Shamelessly. You wake up one day and you look like this. Dude, watch Benny, though. Here we go.
I feel by just
all right. Enough. I've heard it and I'm done with it. I've heard it and I'm sick of it. Honestly, I'm sick of it. Life's not fair, you know? Like, sometimes there are just, like, unfortunate political realities. Things snowball, and life's just not fair. And really terrible stuff has happened to me in the public arena, and so on and so forth, and every single day. Like, just, you know, like, just check the comment section. It's just, like, this is the world that you play in, right? And people get bulldozed, and it sucks sometimes, and it's just not fair.
Dude, the Dems shit on them. Dude, this is what it looks like. Like, this is Benny's Epstein version of, remember when Benny's like, who needs money? Remember that clip where Benny's like, when everything was crashing because of the tariffs, and Benny's like, who needs money? You don't need money. You need Jesus.
Losing money costs you nothing. This is just the reality of life. You're gonna, like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone loses money. It costs you nothing. In fact, it builds quite a bit of character. In fact, you learn a lot of lessons, actually, by losing money.
Hey, now he's back to who needs money, but he's like, who needs political success? Who needs clout? Who needs to be able to get shit done? We just got rolled by the Democrats so hard that all of us are going to be hitting grinder like double time tonight.
But there are also political realities. And the political reality of the current moment is that the evils of what Jeffrey Epstein did and the protection around Jeffrey Epstein, the racket of government protection around this international pederast that let him out of jail, that gave
Dude, which is Trump.
him a slap on the wrist, that gave him his own wing of the prison, that gave everybody immunity around him, that allowed him to operate and abuse these women. That's more important.
Yeah, and what's funny, though, is that's Trump. Like, dude, Acosta, who gave him immunity, was Trump's fucking labor secretary, Benny. You fucking closeted clown show. You dumb motherfucker. Bro, like, what an idiot.
To destroy. And for the American people to understand what that was.
Benny, you got shit canned. You got shit on, boss.
And sometimes you just got to do things for the greater good.
Yeah.
Now, it was Mike Johnson just a couple of short months ago that was on our program sitting just a few feet from me going, we got to just release everything. And so that was the right take. It's always been the right take. This is about marketing.
Yeah, but Benny, Trump wouldn't let him release anything. Okay, Benny? And unfortunately, Mike Johnson's incompetent, too. So instead of him, like, swearing in Alita Grijalva during the shutdown, right, which would have been the play, he fucked up and fucking held out. But it was because of Trump, dude. Mike Johnson does not have an original goddamn thought in his fucking head other than the password to his Grindr profile. That's it. Everything Mike Johnson does is a direct command from Daddy Trump.
Don't try and explain this kind of stuff to people. Look, listen, you got yourselves into this problem.
Dude, isn't that beautiful? See, guys, this is now like, you see what they're dealing with? Like Benny is the de facto mouthpiece. And so Benny now has to choose Trump because Trump is, paying the bills, right? Hiding the Grindr password. So Benny's going to throw Mike Johnson under the bus. Everybody's going to throw Mike Johnson under the bus, right? Dude, it's so amazing. I mean, they are all having to choose sides. Like, every one of them are going to be brawling. Dude, this is the good Civil War shit, guys. This is it, right? This is the shit where now what we do for the rest of this year is we just gut them piece by piece. We expose TPUSA. We get Candace and Ben and Crowder and Erica Kirk and Colvett and Posobiec and Boyer. We get them all fighting. We get their fan bases fighting. We sow confusion and discord and play the mind games where we gaslight them from both sides. We continue to make them shirk responsibility in a way that Trump avoids responsibility and starts blaming everyone. We get ballsier. We keep unleashing Marjorie Taylor Greene to go out there and fuck shit up, right? We give gasoline to every MAGA person with a bone to pick. And we give them gasoline and a blowtorch and say, go fucking rah, we're cheering for you. And we do that. Yeah, no rest. We're going to flood the zone with their own recklessness and frustration. We're going to, every time they bounce on us, we're going to be like a pinball machine and just send them back into their zone to eat each other's faces. Oh, look at this. Look at what Loomer's doing, guys. Now Loomer's working on a big story that MTG has tied to George Soros. Dude, MTG is now up is down and down is up. Now MTG is George Soros, dude. The horseshoe is complete. This is hilarious. Oh my God. Dude, look at that. Dude, oh shit. Dude, oh my God, dude. Until the GOP addresses their Nazi problem, we will not win in 2026. This is hard for people to hear, but I'm speaking the truth. There are nihilistic Nazis LARPing is MAGA. So, dude, I think she's talking about Nick Fuentes, and by extension, Tucker Carlson is stoking that side of the party. Oh, shit, dude. Isn't that fucking crazy? Dude, she's on the loomer tip. Bro, they are fighting. Oh, fuck, bro. Look at this, though. Look at this. More and more brave evangelicals are telling the GOP, we won't support you if leadership doesn't address the real Nazi problem. So this is crazy because look at what's going on, dude. They're like the Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, bringing in Fuentes is now pissing off the evangelicals. Like now they have a Nazi problem. Dude, isn't that wild? Oh my God. Isn't that crazy? But she's not really talking about, she is not talking about the vote. She completely passed it over. And what's crazy is all day today, there have been people in my replies like telling me Trump is playing 4D chess. Oh, look what's happening. The Democrats are ruined now because Trump played them. Now this shit's going to come out and ruin the Democrats. But like, they have no idea. They don't understand the political cost that has already occurred. Like so much Republican political clout and power has just been fucking zonked, guys. The fight to get the files is not over. Okay. The fight, I feel like maybe has just begun, but what has been accomplished today is that Trump has been embarrassed beyond belief. Mike Johnson, it has been proven that Mike Johnson is one of the weakest and most ineffectual House speakers of all time. If that was Nancy Pelosi taking something that she wanted held up in the Senate, it would have gotten amendments and it would have come back to the House. It wouldn't have left the House without her having a guarantee. But Mike Johnson, he has no cross chamber pull. He has no like power. He hasn't established a network at all, right? He is just a Trump lackey. And the Senate guys, the Senate leaders don't fucking like Trump. And so, right, that's like Mike Johnson's weakness is that thing went to the Senate and Chuck Schumer like intercepted it and fucked Mike Johnson. And now Mike Johnson has to deal with Trump. So everybody turned against Trump. Trump got embarrassed top to bottom. Mike Johnson got proven as totally ineffectual. The Senate sent a message to Trump that like, we're not afraid of you and we're not going to back down. And now all of the responsibility for the release of these files from this day forward is on Trump. The Senate advanced it. The House advanced it. From here on in, it's Trump. If it doesn't come out, it's because Trump prevented it from coming out. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.